a vibrant village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a man named Oba. Oba was known for his charm and wit, but he had a secret that weighed heavily on his heart. Despite being married to the beautiful and kind-hearted Ama, Oba's eyes often wandered, and he found himself entangled in a web of deceit. Ama and Oba's love story began in the heart of their vibrant village. They first met at a popular marketplace where Ama used to sell handmade jewelry. Oba, drawn by her radiant smile and the intricate beauty of her work, struck up a conversation. Their chats became a daily ritual. Oba would find any excuse to pass by Ama's stall, and Ama began to look forward to their playful banter. He admired her kindness and creativity, while she was captivated by his charisma and wit. One day, Oba invited Ama to a local festival under the ancient baobab tree. They danced under the starlit sky, laughing and sharing stories until dawn. It was then that they realized their connection was more than just a passing fancy. After years of dating, the two decided to get married and start a life together. The day of Ama and Oba's wedding dawned with the promise of joy and celebration. The village was adorned with vibrant decorations, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Ama, radiant in her intricately designed lace gown, held a delicate bouquet of local flowers that symbolized love and unity. Oba stood proudly beside her in his crisp white suit, embodying the joy of the day. The ceremony took place in a beautifully maintained church, its stained glass windows casting colorful patterns on the wooden pews. As Ama and Oba exchanged their vows under the soft glow of sunlight, their loved ones watched with smiles and tears of happiness. With hearts full of gratitude and excitement, Ama and Oba embraced their new life together, knowing that their love was blessed by the wisdom of the past and the promise of the future. Months after the wedding, people were still talking about what a splash the ceremony was. However, that was not the only talk of the village. It was only a matter of time before Ama's world came crashing down on her. Ama, with her gentle spirit and unwavering love, had always trusted Oba. She believed in the sanctity of their marriage and the promises they had made under the ancient baobab tree. But the whispers of the wind carried tales of Oba's infidelity, and soon the village was abuzz with rumors. One day, Ama was sitting on her veranda when an old woman approached her gate. The woman, wise and perceptive, had seen many seasons come and go. She asked Ama if she would allow her, and she granted her permission to enter. She looked into Ama's eyes and said, "Child, the truth has a way of revealing itself. Trust in your heart and the strength of your spirit." "Thank you," Ama said, and the old woman went on her way. Not knowing what to do, Ama reached out to her best friend, Nana. Nana was a vibrant and spirited woman. She had a laugh that could light up the darkest rooms and a heart as deep as the ocean. Nana had been by Ama's side since they were young girls, sharing dreams and secrets under the moonlit sky. She was Ama's confidant, always ready with a shoulder to lean on. When Ama confided in Nana about Oba's betrayal, she listened, offering comfort and support, but also urged Ama to seek the truth and find her strength. However, there was another side of Nana that Ama was not aware of. Despite being friends with her for so many years, Nana harbored a secret envy. She had watched Ama and Oba's love bloom under the same stars that once held her dreams. Nana couldn't help but feel a pang of jealousy every time she saw their laughter and shared glances. As Ama's marriage flourished, Nana's envy grew. She masked her feelings with smiles and supportive words, but inside, the green-eyed monster gnawed at her heart. After a few more weeks, Ama, though hurt and confused, decided to confront Oba, but she had no proof of his infidelity. Once again, she reached out to her friend Nana for advice on what to do. Driven by jealousy, Nana decided to sow doubtful seeds in Ama's mind. She told Ama that she had been doing her own investigations on Oba and that Oba had been seen with other women, embellishing small truths into larger lies. Ama, trusting her friend, felt her world crumble. Ama's life took an unexpected turn when she discovered she was pregnant. The news arrived like a gentle breeze, filled with excitement and uncertainty. Amid the turmoil in her relationship with Oba, this new life growing inside her brought a ray of hope and a sense of purpose. Ama was determined to navigate the challenges ahead with resilience and grace. She leaned on her inner strength, drawing inspiration from her ancestors and her love for Oba. She knew that her child's future depended on the decisions she made and the strength of her spirit. Weeks went by, and she still did not break the news about her pregnancy to Oba. A million things were going through her mind, but she managed to keep things together. One rainy day, while she was tidying up her room, Ama got the shock of her life. Oba's phone kept blowing up with message after message. Curious, Ama picked up the phone and opened it. Her heart sank when she stumbled upon undeniable proof of Oba's infidelity. She found a series of messages on his phone, revealing his secret meetings and deceitful words. The realization hit her like a tidal wave, leaving her breathless and shattered. Confronting Oba, Ama felt a mix of anger, sadness, and betrayal. She rushed into the bathroom where he was taking a shower. She could not contain her rage. Oba, caught off guard, could only stammer apologies and excuses. The trust they had built over the years crumbled in an instant, leaving a gaping void in their relationship. Ama had always trusted Nana implicitly, seeing her as a sister more than just a friend. But as the days grew longer and the nights quieter, Ama noticed a change in Nana's behavior. The warmth in her eyes had dimmed, replaced by something darker, more elusive. She was not visiting as she used to, and calls were going unanswered. Being a true and concerned friend, Ama decided to visit Nana to check up on her. She wanted to know if her dear friend was doing well and if she needed her help with anything. The next day, Ama drove over to Nana's house. As she approached her door, she could hear laughter and a conversation between Nana and another woman. "Thank you for setting me up with Oba," the woman said. "He's a wonderful man," she continued. "Don't get too comfortable," Nana shouted. "Remember, he's on borrowed time. I only set you up with him so that Ama will leave him and make room for me to enter his life," Nana continued. I know, the woman said. "But he's fine, oh," she continued. Ama could not believe what she was hearing. Her friend, someone she trusted with her whole life, was planning on ruining hers. She stood there for a while longer with tears streaming down her cheeks. As the women continued bad-mouthing her and laughing, Ama dried her tears and pulled herself together. She then knocked on Nana's door and smiled as if everything was nice and dandy. As Nana opened the door, you could see the fright in her eyes. "Ama," she said, with a nervous look on her face. "What are you doing here?" she asked. "Why didn't you call me before coming?" What if I wasn't at home? You would have wasted a trip, she continued. But you're here, right? Ama said, with the sweetest smile on her face. Are you going to invite me in? Ama asked. Of course. Please come in, replied Nana. The women walked to the sitting area where the other woman was, and Ama greeted her. Hello, Ma, the woman greeted. Nana introduced the women to each other, and you could feel the air getting cold in the room. Both Nana and the woman were in total shock as they were not sure if Nana overheard their conversation. How long were you knocking at the door? Nana asked, as she was trying to figure out if their plan was exposed. You answered on my first knock, said Ama. Why? She asked. We were in the back and I thought you were here for a while, Nana responded. Oh no, Ama said, sounding reassuring. The women looked a bit more at ease after hearing Ama's response. Nana asked what the purpose of the visit was, and Ama told her how she's been calling her for the longest, but she was not returning her calls. Nana apologized and informed Ama that she was going through some personal things and did not want to bother her, knowing she's been going through her own personal stuff. You could have at least let me know you were okay, Nana, Ama said. I was worried sick about you. Aren't we friends? She asked, looking Nana dead in the face. I'm sorry, Nana said, with fake sadness in her voice. Ama got up and headed to the door. I will take my leave now, she said. You two can continue with what you were doing, she continued. It's obvious you don't have time for this friend. She opened the door and made her way to her car. She drove home broken and shattered, but at least she knew her so-called friend had a hand in all of what's been happening in her life. Shortly after arriving home, Ama could hear Oba's car pulling into the driveway. She wanted to confront him a second time as it was too painful for her when she first found the messages. She wasn't able to say what was truly in her heart. She stood before Oba, her heart heavy with the weight of betrayal. This time, there was no doubt, no second guessing. She had seen the proof, felt the sting of his deceit, and the anger coursed through her veins like wildfire. Oba, she began, her voice steady but firm. I found the messages. I know everything. Oba's face paled, his eyes widening in shock. He opened his mouth to speak, but no words came out. The silence stretched between them, thick and suffocating. Ama took a deep breath, gathering her strength. I trusted you with all my heart, with our family, and you shattered that trust. How could you do this to us? Oba hung his head, unable to meet her gaze. Ama, I'm sorry. I was weak and I made terrible mistakes. Please give me a chance to make this right. Ama's eyes were filled with tears, but her resolve was unbroken. Sorry won't mend the pieces you've broken, Oba. You need to prove that you're willing to change, not just with words, but with actions. She took a deep breath, trying to steady her racing heart. The room felt heavier than usual as she approached Oba, who was now sitting in a corner, lost in his own thoughts. Oba, she began, her voice trembling slightly. He looked up, eyes filled with a mixture of guilt and curiosity. There's something I need to tell you, she continued, her hands instinctively moving to her belly. I'm pregnant. The words hung in the air, their impact immediate and profound. Oba's eyes widened with surprise, then softened as he absorbed the news. His emotions were a whirlwind, joy, regret, fear, but most of all, a deep aching love for Ama and their unborn child. Ama, he whispered, standing up to close the gap between them. This changes everything. I want to be there for you, for our child. I promise I'll do whatever it takes to make things right. Ama felt a tear slip down her cheek, a blend of relief and lingering pain. It's not going to be easy, Oba, but our baby deserves the best from both of us. We need to rebuild what's been broken. At that moment, amidst the swirling emotions and unspoken promises, they both understood that this new life brought a chance for healing and renewal, a path they would have to navigate together, one step at a time. Ama also revealed to Oba what her friend Nana was up to, and how she paid one of her friends to date him just so that she could drive a wedge between their marriage. Ama shared everything with Oba. They decided to work together as a family to fix what's been broken. 7 months into her pregnancy, Oba threw Ama a lavish baby shower. Ama's baby shower was a vibrant celebration, filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of friends and family. The air was thick with anticipation and joy, but Ama had a heavy heart. She had invited Nana, not just to celebrate, but to confront her betrayal in front of those who mattered most. As the festivities reached their peak, Ama stood up to address the gathering. She spoke of love, trust, and the importance of honesty. Her voice trembled slightly, but she held her ground. Turning to Nana, she revealed the deceit that had been festering in the shadows. The room fell silent, the joyous atmosphere replaced by a tense stillness. Nana's face turned pale, her eyes wide with shock and guilt. She tried to speak, but the weight of her actions silenced her. Ama, with tears in her eyes, expressed her hurt and disappointment. She spoke of a bond they once shared and the pain of discovering Nana's betrayal. The guests, moved by Ama's courage, stood in solidarity with her. Nana, realizing the gravity of her actions, broke down and apologized. She begged for forgiveness, promising to make amends. Ama, though deeply hurt, chose to forgive Nana, understanding that holding on to anger would only harm her and her unborn child. She told her they could never be friends again, but that she didn't hate her. Nana picked up her bag and exited the baby shower. As the months passed, Ama and Oba worked hard to rebuild their trust and strengthen their bond. The arrival of their baby brought a renewed sense of purpose and joy to their lives. Their home, once filled with tension, now echoed with laughter and the sweet sounds of their baby's coos. Together, they navigated the challenges of parenthood, finding solace in each other's support and love. Although Nana was no longer a part of their daily lives, Ama chose to forgive her and let go of the bitterness. Forgiveness brought Ama peace and allowed her to focus on her family. Oba and Ama poured their energy into raising their child in a loving and nurturing environment. The baby grew surrounded by warmth and wisdom, learning the values of trust, honesty, and redemption. Nana, carrying the lessons from her past, started a new chapter elsewhere. She sought her own path to healing, grateful for the forgiveness that had given her a chance to make amends. Ama, Oba, and their child flourished, their bond unbreakable, their home a sanctuary of love. Their story remained a powerful reminder in the village of strength found in forgiveness and the bright future that comes from second chances. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to this wonderful story about love, happiness, and forgiveness. I hope you all learned something. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.